Hey folks, Anthony here, Special Analysis. Welcome to this video. We're going to just dissect a little bit what's included in the stocks, futures, Forex, ETF, crypto, options space inside of that service that I offer for you folks. It's part of the entire experience if that's what you choose to indulge in. However, if you're just really interested in a weekly idea, this may just be for you. Say you're not committed to the other components, that's totally okay. I've broken it down, I've taken your feedback, so this way I can make it super user-friendly and of course very affordable for each type of trader. So if you're a stock trader, if you trade Forex, cryptocurrencies, options, ETFs, whatever it may be, I've created a sector of the experience just solely focused around that. Now, I've shared with many of you, I have been trained through a program called the Chartered Market Technician Program, or known as the CMT program. Really a very in-depth, foundational way of understanding traditional technical analysis. I mean, this is how the market was interpreted before technology took over. And that's something I wanted to understand. And the reason I wanted to understand it was, if somebody could make money with that 100 years ago, how powerful would it be to understand that knowledge today rather than, relying on some type of software or some type of program or some type of guru? Like, understanding and having a visual reason from a technical perspective of why something makes sense, to me, is invaluable. So I spent the time, worked my way through the program, and I'm here to share that knowledge with you guys. I've been at this now just over 13 years. With every passing day, my passion for it continues to grow. I absolutely love it. Helping folks, to me, is just a way kind of giving back, right? I mean, I could sit home and just trade and be content all by myself, but how does that allow somebody else to achieve what I have? It doesn't, right? So if you learn something, you should teach it, right? If you have the ability to give, you give. And that's ultimately my goal here. My goal is to give you and share with you my knowledge so that it can accelerate your career. And the fact of the matter is, guys, I learn something new every single day. And with that, my content, my analysis, the creation of what I share with you continues to evolve and only improve, right? Nobody knows everything. The goal is to end up in the grave still learning something the day before you die. And that's my goal. And because I spend so much time in the market, so much time working with other retail traders, I just continue to evolve. There's a new lesson to be learned every single day. And for me, I soak it up because I truly believe not only is it valuable to the outcomes of my own personal trades, but it becomes valuable to my clients, right? Somebody who thinks they know everything, well, they probably don't. And that's okay, right? And there are tons of smart people out there. So let's talk about this component a little bit. So roughly on a weekly basis, okay? And I say roughly because some weeks there may be 2 or 3 ideas, and some weeks there may not be any ideas. Really depends on what the market offers. If I don't see something that has high probability to it, I'm not going to share it with you. And for the simple fact that for me to send you an email that does nothing for you just simply wastes both of our time. I want to give you meaningful content, right? So when there's tons of things that I find, I'm going to share them with you. When I feel like the market's in this weird holding pattern, which happens, right? The market goes in phases, and I can't find a sector that makes sense, I'm going to pull back. And that just is what it is, right? Every good trader knows that the worst thing you could ever possibly do is overtrade. As I look through these sectors, as I look through stocks and equities, and as I look at different components, things that do offer a viable, simple option, whether it's buying a call to go long or buying a put to go short, those ideas I will include with this. Again, this is model portfolio style. What you do with the information is up to you. This is an educational experience. But I want to share this with you because I think it's meaningful. I think when you have the chance to see the market the way I see it, and I'm not saying the way I see it is the only way to see it, I've just found the way I see it to be valuable to myself and to many of my clients, right? People that come into my program, they stay. They stay for years. Why? Because the value continues evolving. It continues to grow, right? Because if we stop growing, we start dying. And that's not what any of us are looking to do. So I approach every chart, again, from a very traditional technical perspective, right? Trend lines, channel structures. Not the biggest Fibonacci user, but, you know, it's in some cases, if we're looking at a pullback, perhaps we'll look at that. But more often than not, I can identify through the price action, through the volume, through areas of support and resistance defined by those trend lines, channel structures, perhaps consolidation states, high probable areas where we can put together a thesis or a scenario. If we break this level, this could be our potential expectation. If we break below this level, this could be our potential expectations. And I'll provide that for you. That's what I provide. Analysis, interpretation, expectations. Again, whatever you want to do with it, that's totally up to you. I cannot legally give you financial advice. I'm not read into your finances. No offense, nor am I interested. So, with that statement being made, this is something that kind of fits every trader that's trying to find where their spot is in the market, or if they're looking to diversify. Now, these are not day trade ideas, okay? These are trades that could transpire several days, several weeks, potentially even several months. So let me just put that in perspective for you real quick. This is not like we're going to buy it at 10 o'clock in the morning and sell it at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This is a swing style type of trading, okay? This is bigger picture, looking at potentially a monthly chart, definitely a weekly chart, down to a daily chart, not looking at a shorter time frame than a daily chart, and giving you kind of perspective of where the market is. And this is the QQQ, it's the ETF of the NASDAQ. I figured, hey, let's talk about it a little bit. Let me kind of show you how I analyze price action and where, based on the channel structures, the trend lines, the support, the resistance, the volume and price action, when and where opportunities could potentially manifest, right? Now, these opportunities may be reversals, these opportunities may be continuation, but they're going to have analysis, interpretation, and expectations. Again, it's to help you see the market from a very pure price volume perspective. That's what I believe in. I believe in volume and price action, because ultimately the only thing that moves the market is the intention of traders. And when I say traders, it's us as retail traders, it's banks, mutual funds, hedge funds, you name it, okay? Traders are traders. Whoever's placing a order inside the market is technically considered a trader. So I did a little, quick analysis here. This video is not going to be designed really to teach you how to do the analysis, nor is the program. It's just going to be designed to give you the analysis, interpretation, expectation. If you guys are interested in one-on-one coaching, I do offer that. That's a conversation we can have personally, and if you want to learn, what I know about the, analysis, I'd be glad to teach it to you. So this is a weekly chart here of the NASDAQ QQQ, the ETF that tracks the NASDAQ. So, you could see here for quite some time, this is 2023 here, we kind of placed this bottom formation, and we've been kind of running our way here to the upside. Now, you see two channel structures here, okay? You could see as we started to near the first channel structure, and I'll just pull this one away for a second, so you can see it. Just move that out of the way, and this way you can see it. So you could see here, right? This was our creation, this channel structure. You could see as we started to kind of push up into and towards this channel structure, you could see that the buying volume started it was muted, right? There was no new buying interest at those highs. And the market consolidated, and it ended up pulling back, okay? So what ended up happening here, we placed a significantly higher pivot low, and the market ended up pushing again, right? So we just basically populated a new channel structure here that was meaningful, and as you can notice, we broke the original channel structure. The new channel structure, I want you to notice the volume here, right? Notice this big, strong candle right here, okay? I'm gonna zoom this in so you can see it a little bit better, but see this big, strong candle right here? Notice how the volume dropped? That's not a good sign, okay? Notice how we placed this little doji style, reversal style candle. This candle actually closed lower than it opened, printing that there was a bias here of aggressive buyers. That tells me what? The sellers absorbed the buyers. So this, to me, I would say, hey guys, we're at the top of a channel structure here. If we push through this candle, perhaps we go higher, but the expectation would be if we come through this channel structure here that previously served as resistance, we would then be looking at a move here towards this direction, right? So we close below this, and that may have been on a daily basis, and we can go to a daily chart. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. All right, we go here to a daily chart. Notice here we close right below it. Hey guys, just wanted to give you an update. Watching the QQQ, this could be very well the opportunity to take a push towards this channel structure, about 6%. If we continue lower, we could push as low as 12.5%, right? Now, this is obviously a short-term trade that only took place over a couple weeks during the summer. Some are going to happen much quicker, some are going to happen much longer, but either way, I'm going to provide you with the analysis, the interpretation, the expectation, and somewhat of a time horizon. Hey guys, I feel like this will happen over the next 2 to 3 days. I feel like this could happen over the next 2 to 3 weeks, 2 to 3 months, 5 to 6 months, whatever it might be. All right. The majority of the things I'm going to send you are not going to be 6 to 12%, right? They're going to be anywhere from 10 to 20 in a very short term, 20 perhaps to 50 on a bigger term, right? I'm going to be looking for these potentially bigger moves that maybe in the short term we see a 10 to 20% move over 2 to 3 weeks. In 2 to 3 months, 3 to 5 months, we see this 30 to 50% move. Okay, so those are going to be the moves that I'm looking to share with you, right? I'm not looking to share with you these little tweaks, little tweaks in the market. Now, some of you may be interested in that. That's okay. But my approach is to provide quality over quantity. Okay, a lot of these stock, futures, forex, cryptocurrency picking programs, they charge anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 a year, and I don't really want to go down that road because now you're committing to 2 to 3 or 5 to 6 trades every single month. My goal here is I'm looking for folks who are just genuinely interested in the craft of trading, right? That are willing to look at the bigger picture, not feel rushed and to place trades because over trading is the death of your account. That I can find these lower risk setups, give you full interpretation and expectations. Hey, if we close below this level, our anticipation would be this over the next several weeks and that over the next several months. Inversely to the upside, the same thing. So that's the component of the experience that really circulates around this. And we've looked at various cryptocurrencies over the years inside this program. We have looked at Forex futures. We've looked at Forex pairs. We've looked at several different option plays, bunch of different equity plays, across the board. Like nothing inside this component of the program, there's really no limitation. Whatever I can find that has the greatest potential is what I'm going to share with you. And the reason for that is because I want you to get the most out of the experience of learning and seeing it transpire and seeing how it all happens. So that's this little piece of the entire experience, which is available separate, okay, if you're not interested in, buying the entire experience, because everything in that experience may not be for you. So as I've mentioned before, I broke it down into components based on the feedback I've received from my clients. Hey, I'm really just a stock trader, so I'm really interested in kind of that stock, equity kind of play, or hey, I'm really just interested in this, or I'm just interested in that. So I've simplified it. I've made it much more affordable that you can basically pick and choose whichever of the components it is that you guys desire. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Reach out to me. I can go further in explanation. I can send you some examples, things of that nature if need be. But again, very affordable. Plan is to send you about one a week. Sometimes it'll be more. Perhaps it won't be, depending on what the market offers. I'm not a fan of forcing trades. Why? Because that is when you get in trouble. Okay? Patience discipline, consistency. It doesn't matter if you're a day trader or a swing trader. It is all about the end game. You are nothing more than a manager, a risk manager of your account. You are a steward of your trading account, and you must treat it as if that is who and what you are. This is not an aggressive business. This is not about being a gambler or taking the chances or rolling the dice. It's a business of consistency and discipline, knowing that over time, that whatever your edge is, as you approach the market and your risk management puts the probabilities of net profitability in your favor. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Again, feel free to reach out with any questions, but look forward to fulfilling this component of the service for you. God bless, and I hope you have a wonderful day.